Piers Morgan interviewed U.S. autocratic hopeful in 2024, Ron DeSantis, and just like he did with Trump, he asked him a lot of hardball questions.
Which is your favourite nickname that Trump's given you so far? Is it Ron the Sanctimonious or Meatball Ron?
Well, I can't.
I think even he went off Meatball Ron.
I can't. I don't know how to spell the Sanctimonious. I don't really know what it means, but I kind of like it's long. It's got a lot of vowels. I mean, so we go with that. That's fine. You can call me whatever you want. I mean, just as long as you also call me a winner.
Not gonna happen. Oh, no. Piers, okay. So what I see is Piers Morgan giving Ron DeSantis, who is well known for not having a good personality and being very, very prickly and just not wanting to interact with the public, which is something that you're supposed to do when you are representing the public as a public servant. Giving him the opportunity to look human, which is what Piers Morgan was obviously letting him do. Piers Morgan, sycophant, cozying up to power, former editor of the Daily Mirror. I mean, how do you trust someone who's doesn't anyone ever be so shamed by their own behavior that they are exited from the public scene? The only people who are so shamed from their own behavior and exited the public scene seem to be Democrats who break a teeny tiny rule or maybe get too close to a rule, or perhaps they make a joke like Al Franken did when he made that joke, while he was a comedian doing his job, and then he gets exited from the political scene. We purge the best people out of our system. Meanwhile, Piers Morgan is still giving softball questions to Ron DeSantis. There are many questions I would have asked Ron DeSantis. Why is it so scary for sex education to be taught in schools? What do you have against public education? Do you think you could possibly win an election in Florida or across the country without voter suppression? Do you know what democracy is? Why are you so afraid of gays? That's just the first 5. I'm sure he's not going to come on my show now after watching this. I'm Julianna Forlano. Tell me what you would want to see asked of Ron DeSantis in the comments. Look forward to reading that. Thanks for watching. This is the Political Voices Network. If you're new here, definitely click the subscribe button and check out our other voices. I'm sure you'll know them. We've got Stephanie Miller. We have Tom Hartman. We have Glenn Kirchner and a bunch others. This is your channel, or I hope you make this your channel, for political talk. Thanks for watching.
Republicans say they won't cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. But can honest, hard-working middle-class Americans really believe what these politicians say? Republicans said they wouldn't overturn Roe v. Wade. Here's what Supreme Court Justices Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Coney Barrett said during their Senate confirmation hearings.
Roe v. Wade, it is a precedent of the United States Supreme Court. A good judge will consider it as precedent of the United States Supreme Court.
Roe v. Wade. It's settled as a precedent of the Supreme Court.
Roe is not a super precedent, but that doesn't mean that Roe should be overruled.
Well, we saw how that turned out. They played us for fools. Tell your elected officials to keep their hands off of our Social Security and health care benefits. Fool me once. Let Majority Rule was responsible for this message. LetMajorityRule.org is a project of the Marvin Lucas Super PAC, which is responsible for and paid for this ad and is not affiliated with or authorized by any political campaign or candidate or candidates committee.